Hello, great souls. Welcome to our yoga class today. It's great to be with you. Let's take a few moments to center ourselves so that we can really bring our whole self into our practice today. So coming into a comfortable seat, whatever that looks like for your body, what you want to do is feel that your back is supported and that you're able to sit comfortably for a few moments. Once you feel comfortable, if you like, you can turn the palms upward. That's a receptive position. Bring awareness to the point between the eyebrows. Guiding your awareness to this point helps to lift the consciousness. Yogananda called this the doorway to infinity. In yoga, this area of the body, energy area, is referred to as the sixth chakra. So from this place, we feel a sense of kinship and unity with all. So a few moments to center yourself, to bring awareness to your breath, and to feel that you're able to let go of all distractions and take this time now to nourish yourself in the beautiful practice of yoga. A few deep, relaxed breaths. Fully present to your body, to this moment. Now we come to the practice of yoga. Let's bring our hands to the heart, honoring the light within yourself, within all beings. We'll start with Namaste. Namaste. Okay, great. So we're going to come up into standing. So bring yourself up into a standing position. Take your time coming up. I'll just move this to the side. And we're going to start in what's called mountain pose. And mountain pose is an asana that allows us to feel grounded and centered and stable in our stance. So part of what we're practicing in Tadasana is grounded, stable awareness, where we're fully present and fully awake. Taking a few deep breaths in and out, belly relaxed. The affirmation for Tadasana is, I stand ready to obey thy least command. So this obedience is an honoring of truth within yourself, with your own highest knowing. I stand ready to obey thy least command. So even a whisper of truth. We feel ourselves aligned with this. Closing the eyes if that's comfortable. Finding your center. I stand ready to hear and honor truth. Tadasana, the mountain pose. Very nice. From here we'll come into full yogic breath flow. This is known as Durga Pranayam too. We inhale the arms up and expand wide. Just feel yourself stretching and opening and welcoming the day. Imagine yourself gathering energy and guiding it through the body as you come forward, surrender and release. Flowing with the breath, you can bend the knees as you come up, chin tucked close to the chest. And expand, extend wide. Exhaling as you come down, the hands are in front of the body. And you can come down just as far as is comfortable. So it's fine if this is your practice and it's better for you to keep the spine neutral rather than rounded. There's no problem with that. Take care of your body as we practice today. And especially in this movement, we're focusing on the flow of energy rather than the physical position of the body. A few more breaths, welcoming, opening, just enjoying the movement, tuning into the quality of harmony and grace. Very nice. Next time the arms come up, we'll circle them around the body, bring the hands to the heart for circle of light, circle of joy. Here we inhale, fingers interlace and elbows lift up. Exhale, hands move out in front. Inhale, lift and lengthen, stretch the spine. Exhale as the arms come down, visualize light and joy surrounding you. The hands come behind the back. So if you can bring the fingers together, they interlace facing towards you rather than away from you. It's fine if the hands don't touch, so this is just fine. You find the position that works, and then you inhale and open the front of the heart. Release and exhale. Arms float, palms together, back to the heart. One more time. Inhaling and exhale. Inhale, lift and lengthen, stretch the spine. Exhale, release. Light and joy surround you. Fingers come behind the back. We inhale and exhale. Gather light, gather joy, and guide it within. Very nice. From here, we'll come into a forward bend called Padahastasana. And I'm going to show you this from the side. So we're going to hinge at the hips. We lift and lengthen through the crown of the head. Placing the hands on the thighs, you'll exhale forward. You'll come about a quarter to halfway. Looking down towards the floor, pressing on the thighs, you begin to reach back with the tailbone as you reach forward with the crown of the head. So you'll get a nice stretch on the back of the legs that continues up through the spine. Breath is deep and relaxed. Just enjoy that active stretching, reaching in opposite directions. And then here we'll come into the relaxation phase. So you can simply relax with your hands on your thighs if it's better to maintain a neutral back. If rounding for the back is okay, you'll begin to exhale and round. Release the head and neck. The hands come down and in front. If they're hanging, you can hold the upper arms with your hands. Let the weight of your torso give you a nice stretch. You're welcome to bend your knees slightly if that's helpful. If the hands come down to the floor, you could place them underneath your toes or wrap the index finger around the large toe. That's just another option for you. Surrender and relax fully here. The affirmation for Padahastasana is nothing on earth can hold me. Tuning into the quality of inner freedom. Surrender and release. Nothing on earth can hold me. We'll inhale, bend the knees slightly, tuck chin to chest, roll yourself back up, and pause for a moment in Tadasana and just notice how the body feels. Nothing on earth can hold me. From here, we'll come into Virabhadrasana 1. So if you're on a mat, you can step towards the front of your mat. We'll step the right leg back. A nice wide stance. The back foot can be slightly angled. The heel can be lifted off the mat. When you look down at the left knee, make sure it's going in the direction of your toes. We'll inhale the arms up and exhale, bend the front knee. And then position your body so that the torso's in the center of both legs fully active, supporting you in the stance. This is Warrior 1, Virabhadrasana 1. Very dynamic pose. It's strengthening and awakening of energy. The gaze of the eyes is soft and uplifted. The affirmation, I attune my will to the source of all power. Feel yourself aligning your energy with divine energy. I attune my will to the source of all power. A few more deep breaths in and out. At any time, you can bring your hands down to your hips or bring them to the heart center. You can keep them there if that's a better position for your arms. To come out of the pose, we inhale, step right foot forward, lift and lengthen, and exhale down. Pause for a moment in Tadasana. Just feel yourself completely centered and stable in the stance. You can close the eyes if you like. Mentally affirming, I attune my will to the source of all power. Very nice. And we'll go to the other side. So now we're going to step the left leg back. Nice wide stance. And just, make sure that you feel stable in your stance. Bending the right knee just slightly to see that it's going to go in the direction of your toes. We'll inhale, arms up, and exhale. And you can reposition. So sometimes once I bend the knee, I need to reposition a little. Reaching through the fingertips. Both legs fully engaged. Spiritual warrior, Virabhadrasana 1. I attune my will to the source of all power. With each breath, feel yourself consciously aligning your energy, your life, with divine energy. I attune my will to the source of all power. A few more breaths here. I attune my will to the source of all power. Very nice. We'll step left foot forward, lift and lengthen, exhale down. Pause for a moment in Tadasana. Each time we pause, we take a moment to feel the effects of the asana, to guide our awareness to the point between the eyebrows, to welcome and receive the benefits of the poses. Very nice. We'll come into Trikonasana now. So Swami Kriyananda meditated very deeply in each of these asanas, and he offered us these affirmations that support the poses. So as you're saying that, part of what the affirmation does is help us dive very deeply into the experience. So with Trikonasana, we come into a wide stance. You want to make sure that your feet won't slip. So usually not wearing socks is helpful. And don't be in such a wide stance that you feel like your feet will come out from underneath you. So once you're in position, we'll turn the left foot out. I often walk it forward a little, angle the right, and we're lining up the heel with the instep. We'll inhale, arms up, lift and lengthen, turn the palms towards the front, exhale, arms down to shoulder height. Now I'm going to kind of tip my hip and lift my left arm. And I'll go to the point where my body pauses naturally. Then I'll bring that arm down and the right arm up. You can look straight ahead, down toward the floor, or rotate to look up to the sky. The arm can stay above you, or you could bring it down to your hip if that's more comfortable. So always modify in any way that you need. The affirmation for this pose is energy and joy flood my body cells. I like to imagine a beautiful waterfall of energy and joy. So just imagine yourself. Swamiji said that's what's happening. Energy and joy is flooding every cell of the body in this pose. To come out, we inhale. Bring arms to center point. Turn the foot in. And exhale, arms down. And pause for a moment. So it's worth saying, if you feel yourself just like that, kind of coming out of the pose, stay as composed as you can, not to be concerned about it, right? We're moving, every day is different. Some days, balance is easier than others. So bringing awareness here, visualizing a flooding of energy and joy. Energy and joy flood my body cells. Joy descends to me. And now we'll go to the other side. So we'll turn the right foot out, angling the back. Sometimes I'll bend the knee just slightly to make sure it's going in the direction of the toes. Then I'll straighten the leg and bring the torso back towards the front. Inhale, arms up, lift and lengthen, palms towards the front. Exhale to shoulder height. Tilt and reach. And you'll go just to the point where usually it's the legs that stop you. That arm comes down and the other one comes up. Looking straight ahead, down to the floor, or rotating to look up to the sky. Breathing deeply. Usually in balancing poses, I keep the eyes open, but if you feel stable, you could close the eyes. Visualize that flood of energy, mentally repeating, energy and joy flood my body cells. Joy descends to me. Energy and joy flood my body cells. Joy descends to me. Very nice. We'll inhale up, bring the arms back to center, kind of turn the feet in and exhale, arms down. We'll come into a forward bend in just a moment here, but pause first. Relax the breath. Notice how the body feels. Welcoming this flood of energy, a flood of joy. Trikonasana, the triangle pose. Energy and joy flood my body cells. Joy descends to me. Very nice. We'll come into a forward bend. The hands will be on the tops of the thighs. We're going to hinge at the hips. Exhale forward. You'll come about halfway down. So by pressing on the thighs, you support the spine. If it's better for your back or your body to bend the knees when we come forward, I'll offer you that as a modification. But first, we're lengthening the spine, stretching, reaching in opposite directions, reaching through the crown of the head and the tailbone at the same time. This is considered a bone strengthening pose. It sends a signal to the bones to strengthen, to support you. So it's a very nice asana for that reason, and many others. Okay, so we're going to come forward now. If it's okay to round the spine, you'll release and let go. Slide the hands down. They can come here, here, or you could hold the arms. Again, if a neutral spine is better, you could bend the knees and maintain a neutral back and still get a nice relaxing stretch. Feel yourself surrendering and letting go. This pose especially is calming to the mind. The affirmation is, I relax and cast aside all mental burdens. I relax and cast aside all mental burdens. Just feel yourself free from any sense of burden, especially in the mind. Now we'll bend the knees and inhale and slowly bring ourselves back up. We'll come back up to standing. You can walk the feet in, step them back to Tadasana, and pause for a moment. Here, if it is comfortable, close the eyes. Behind closed eyes, lift the gaze. Mentally repeating, I relax and cast aside all mental burdens. I relax and cast aside all mental burdens. Prasarita Padottanasana. That's the wide stance forward bend. So here we're going to come onto the floor for camel pose, Ustrasana. So with camel pose, I'd like to show you from this position so you know where the hands go. We want the hands on the buttocks, on the pelvic rim, rather than the back. So that's going to be more supportive for your spine. The elbows are going to come towards each other. You do have the option of turning a toe under and bringing your hand to the foot, or bringing it back with the foot flat on the floor. That's a pretty deep stretch for the spine. So if you do that, make sure it does work for your body. But keeping your hands here is just fine the whole time. So here we are on the knees. You can do this in a chair as well if that's better for you. Lift and lengthen. Inhale. Draw the elbows towards each other, then slide the hips forward and begin to lift from the heart center as you lift and look up towards the sky. Be careful and mindful of your neck, so don't drop the head back. You want to keep the neck neutral. Breathing deeply. And again, you can keep your hands on the pelvic rim the whole time, or bring them back to the feet is fine. Opening the heart. The affirmation is, with calm faith, I open to thy light. With calm faith, I open to thy light. You might imagine yourself bathed in divine light, welcoming it into the body, into the heart, into the mind. Bathed in light. With calm faith, I open to thy light. Deep, full breaths in and out. With calm faith, I open to thy light. To come out of the pose We inhale, bring ourselves up back to neutral, and exhale, bring the buttocks down towards the heels. You can sit on a pillow or a blanket to support you. The palms of the hands come to the tops of the thighs. This is Vajrasana, the firm pose. So any comfortable seat is just fine. Pausing here, closing the eyes, lifting the gaze, relaxing the breath, finding the quality of inner stillness and stability. Vajrasana, the firm pose, when comfortable, is really a beautiful asana for meditation. As long as the body feels comfortable and supported. A few deep breaths. Relaxed in the body, relaxed with the breath. In stillness, I touch my inner strength. See if you can find that quality of stillness and strength within yourself. In stillness, I touch my inner strength. Vajrasana, the firm pose. From Vajrasana, we'll come into tabletop position and transition into downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. A modification for downward dog is to bring the buttocks back towards the heels and come into, you can do a supported balasana. You can stretch like this. You can do traditional balasana. So that's a beautiful stretch for the spine without placing weight on the shoulders. Traditional downward dog is we turn toes under, press up and lift. Position your feet so you feel like you're able to redirect the weight of your body so that the legs are supporting you as much as the arms. Fingertips are spread wide. Ears are in alignment with the upper arms. You can bend the knees slightly if that's helpful. The heels can be off the mat or on the mat. Breathing deeply. Visualize waves of calmness washing through the body. Adho Mukha Svanasana stimulates the fifth chakra, which is in the throat. So that is the quality of calm expansiveness. It's a challenging pose, so you're welcome to come out at any point as you need. If it's okay to remain here for a few more breaths, see if you can find a sense of peace in the pose. Calmness radiates from every fiber of my being. Calmness radiates from every fiber of my being. Very nice. We'll come down onto the knees, bring ourselves into Vajrasana, pausing here. Noticing your experience inwardly of the poses. Lifting the gaze of the eyes to the point between the eyebrows. Mentally affirming, calmness radiates from every fiber of my being. Calmness radiates from every fiber of my being. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. So from here we'll come into Balasana. If you've practiced this before, you can bring the hands in front or behind you. We inhale and exhale forward, rounding and releasing the forehead to the floor. So again, modify in any way that you need. Balasana is a gentle inversion, bringing the head lower than the heart, just slightly. It's a pose of deep relaxation, guiding the awareness within. Very comforting, very soothing, very nourishing. The affirmation for this pose: I relax from outer involvement into my inner haven of peace. I relax from outer involvement into my inner haven of peace. Feel yourself letting go, resting in that inner peace. To come out of the pose, bring yourself slowly into Vajrasana or any comfortable seat. And take a moment sitting upright. After our yoga practice of the asanas, it's a beautiful time to meditate. So even a few moments of silence can be very powerful. Let's close our practice today by sending out blessings to the world. Part of our yoga practice is a practice of expansion. So we practice sharing and sending whatever it is that we've received. Visualize yourself as a divine channel of light. Rub the hands together. We'll raise them and chant Om together 3 times. As we chant, see yourself sending the blessings of your practice today out to all. Om. 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 Peace. Amen. Okay, great soul. So good to be with you. Many, many blessings to you.